Assalamualaikum and very good morning to the Miss Shasha, Christina, and all my friends. I also want to thanks to my lecturer for giving use opportunity to talk about the topic and at hand. I want to introduce myself first. My name is Muhammad Hafiz bin Abdul Karim. With my group members, which is Arif, Adili, and Shafiq. We are from class Fiat 1. Today, we would like to talk about the best way to help Malaysian cut down of food waste. I want to elaborate my first point. Is my first point, we can do food planning such as reading menu and cooking. A family need to prepare a menu for a certain period of time. For example, on the weekly or monthly basic. Thus being able to plan food uh, per, per persons for more regular. Menu plan effect the per percent of food. At least of food item can be met beside on the arranged menu, which can help supply the purchase process, avoid over purchase and certainly more economy. The next point is then share excess food with a newborn. If we have food that one run out, consider sharing it with a newborn in need. Many charitable organizations also accept donations of unused food. By sharing, we can help reduce food waste and help those in need. So, what is your opinion, Arif?
So, for my opinion, saving and eating leftover food is a great way to reduce waste and make the most of your meals. So, here are a few tips for handling leftover food. First, we need to store properly. Transfer the leftover into airtight containers and refrigerate them promptly. So, this helps maintain their freshness and prevents spoilage. Second, label and date. To keep track of the storage time, label your containers with the date when the food was originally prepared. This helps ensure you consume them within a safe time frame. So, third, reheat safely. When reheating leftover, make sure they are heated thoroughly to kill any potential bacteria. Use proper cooking temperature and methods recommended for each type of food. Fourth, use within a safe time frame. While leftover can be consumed within a few days, it's essential to follow food safety guidelines. Generally, it is advisable to consume refrigerated leftover within 3 to 4 days and frozen leftover within a few months. So the last one, smell and inspect before eating leftover food. Check for any signs of spoilage like unusual smells, texture change or mold. If in doubt, it's best to discard it to avoid foodborne illness. By taking these precautions, you can enjoy your leftover safely and reduce food waste.
I think I agree with you. Also, I would like to give some opinion as well. The other things that how we can cut down on food wastage, we can use this leftover food creatively. I want to emphasize the sentence here that wasting food is a bad behavior and is looked down upon by society. However, we can use the surplus food to distribute to people in need. For example, we can distribute food to the homeless, poor people, orphan people, and so on. Before we give the food to them, we must pack it in a good condition so that they receive the food in a clean condition. Another thing that I can include, we can also use leftover food store in a clean condition. Another, we can also use leftover food store in the refrigerator so that the food lasts longer. If we do that, the food can be used. Another thing that I can include, we can also use leftover food store in a refrigerator so that the food lasts longer. If we do that, the food can be used at any time. For example, turn lunch into dinner. This is also considered as one of the money and time saved for those who are busy working. Keep the edible portion for lunch in a container and pack it for dinner after work that day. Food saved from lunch can also last a long time and still can be eaten, so there's no food will be waste. That's all for my opinion just now, based what I just said earlier. So what do you think, Adili? Do you have any opinion to discuss with?
Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Adili Kamili. I from Group 3. Do you know that there are three ways? If you want to store food properly, that is cooling, freezing, or keeping its room which at room temperature. To store the food, we have to see the category of the food that you want to store. For example, raw fish must be kept in the freezer as let it at outside will make it go bad. For the vegetable that is not wet food, we can keep it at room temperature or can be refrigerated. If we don't store food properly, it will become a place for bacteria multiply and chemical change will occur. This will cause food poisoning to us and other effect of not store the food properly is that it will cause food poisoning to you and other, and the way to avoid it is that you must store the food properly so that our body is healing okay, and away from disease. Okay, thank you.
So, for you all, whose opinion is acceptable?
Uh, I think uh, my opinion is acceptable. Safe and safe to eat leftover food.
So we all agree that point Arif Daniel give is the best ways to help Malaysian cut down on food wastage. So we are going to the conclusion that I really want to conclude it.
In conclusion, the best way to help Malaysian reduce food was is for the government to take a firm stand or hold a council on the danger of food waste.
They will also be exposed to things. This matter will make Malaysian realize that there are many disadvantages if we do not take appropriate action. This program need to be held every 6 months. This program can be done in school or in village. Uh, Based on what we have explained just now, thank you for lending your ears.